Hello!
Hello! We're streaming on September 20th. Hooray!
Yay!
And this is Anthony and Geoff, as per usual, or as of last stream.
As of Wednesday.
As of Wednesday,
You've been
Anthony's
saddled
here.
with me once again.
Once again. I felt that we were unprepared, and although we did descend into hilarious pooping yourself stories, we didn't really dig to the core of Anthony's personality.
Yeah.
Well,
there's more poop to get through.
There's so much more poop to get through. Buster is losing his mind down there.
Yeah.
Dog.
But first, this,
God
which I should say, up there somewhere. This whole screen is the Sardonyx picture that we did last time, with a fancy background now. Yeah, so if you're a $10 patron, you get a high-res download of that as background, and an alternative one, because I couldn't decide which one.
Nice.
And the $3 patrons got the blank background one that I drew in high-res, so
Suckers.
something for you guys.
I mean, thanks so much.
Thank you for your support.
Thank you for support. Support more for more.
And today, due to popular demand, we shall be drawing Lapiz Lazuli.
Oh, yeah.
And
I was like, we've been receiving demands.
when I say popular demand, I mean one guy asked for it last time in the chat.
Yeah, but he asked like twice. I mean,
He did ask twice. That's ridiculous.
That's, yeah. But
I
that
mean,
shows commitment.
how much can I really... Sorry, resist was the end of that sentence that I forgot to say. Yeah.
Talking is hard.
On the top of my game tonight, you guys. Okay, so I gave Twitter a choice in between Happy Lapis, Sad and Determined, Scary Dream Lapis, or Sad Lapis. No one said Sad Lapis, but I had a couple for Happy and a couple for Determined, so you guys get to decide which one I actually draw. So here are the sketches. This is the Happy one.
oh, that's
She's
adorable.
flying.
Yay.
And
All three of us have seen it, and we're really the ones that matter. So,
Sad and Determined one.
Ooh.
I'm gonna have a Malachite kind of face in the background, or maybe just the eyes and the outline of the head.
okay, one vote for Happy. Thank you.
So I'll switch in between the two. Happy. Probably a space background that I probably won't get to tonight, but... Or Determined. Scary Dream.
Yeah, yeah.
Look at those responses. Pulling
I know,
in
right?
faster than we can track them.
Well, I'm asking you two as well. God!
What?
What are you here for?
I'm happy. I like Happy Lapis.
I do too.
Yeah.
I'm throwing my vote behind Happy.
Ooh, oh no.
The architect is
Oh,
determined.
now we're tied again. Crap.
So 2 for determined and 3 for happy right now.
No, 3 for Determined and 3 for
Okay.
Happy.
Where's?
Oh,
sorry, I
good.
1,
missed-
2, 3.
Oh, sorry, I missed Greshix.
Another one for Happy.
All right, it's all tied up again.
This is rough.
Oh, what's gonna happen?
Where are the rest of you guys?
Draw both.
Laserbeak's going happy, so we're Happy's winning. Happy's got one more vote.
I like the water wings. I never had to use water wings. I was always a good swimmer.
Water rings is what I scream at the TV when I'm mad at the ref during a hockey game, because I have those little orange bands around there. So
You don't throw an octopus?
I do not throw an octopus. I'm not that hardcore.
Well, that's like...
I never understood that throwing out.
It was some
It was a thing.
some butthole threw a dead squid on the ice at the beginning of a Red Wings game, and that's like a tradition there now. I don't know.
Gross.
What a great tradition.
There's another for Happy.
Okay,
All
I think
right, all right,
the
all
scales have tipped.
The scales have tipped.
Happy it is.
I'm gonna lock this so I don't get rid of it by accident. Okay. So, before you joined us, we were talking about TV shows that we used to, or shitty anime that we used to watch
anime
as
of
a
our
child.
youth.
Hey, Samurai Pizza Cats was quality
I
every
didn't.
day.
I never said that anime that Samurai Pizza Cats wasn't quality. Samurai Pizza Cats is amazing, and I think the American version is better than the Japanese version.
Well, the fact that it contained like so many weird, really early '90s references.
Yeah, well, I mean, the thing about it when they brought it over to North America was they didn't really bother translating it at all. They just they just wrote their own stuff, not unlike Robotech in that respect. So they just made a lot of jokes, topical pop humor for the kids, and it was
Especially
great.
a lot of the politics
It was so
stuff.
good.
It was so good. I love Samurai Pizza Cats. There were some really great Samurai Pizza Cat toys.
I never got a single one.
Neither did I.
They weren't available.
I feel like I
here.
missed out. Yeah.
I did have some because back in the day I was a toy collector.
Back in the day. Hey.
Back in the day when
Biker Mice from Mars.
when-
Oh man.
Biker mice from fucking Mars. Sorry.
you guys are on your own on that one. I thought Biker Mice from Mars was terrible.
Well, yeah.
It was terrible, but I loved it.
No, like even when it came out, I was just like, no, I'm not watching this.
Mia, I saw the Digimon movie in theaters when I was 13, and I was so excited.
Oh, maybe if you're really lucky, Mia will share her Digimon fanfic with you.
I would like that a lot. Unless you do wrong shipping, because in that case,
I believe that she did her epic Digimon fanfics in her teenage years, so it's probably okay.
hey Q Monster.
Hey.
Oh.
It's gone.
That's real sad.
You should recreate it. You reach back through your memory, Mia, and reconstruct those lost gems.
Was it like a Digimon version of My Immortal?
But before we got
Ooh, 9 to 11.
but before I got sidetracked there, I wanted to tell you about the coolest Samurai Pizza Cat thing that I had. They made a Samurai Pizza Cat pizza shop playset.
That's
with,
awesome.
with the gun, with the
What?
with the
Did you,
launcher.
shoot them out?
It did. It was fantastic. It's possibly one of the rarest items that has ever been in my collection, and unfortunately, many years later, I found myself in financial
I remember.
woe. And you remember when I had to sell off a whole bunch of my most prized collectibles, and that was amongst them.
Keep the mug.
Oh, that's going nowhere. Anthony got me an amazing Obi-Wan Kenobi mug from '77. Maybe I'll share pictures on Twitter sometime. It's cool.
Speaking of fanfics, I had forgotten about this until last night when I was talking to some of our other friends about it. In junior high, okay, first of all, who here watched Tenchi Muyo?
Nope.
Was a really popular anime in the early 90s.
Oh, I know what it is. I didn't. No.
When I was, about the same time, 12 or 13, I was on a Tenchi Muyo fan site where you could pretend to be one of the little bunnies that turn into spaceships.
What?
Yeah, it was a Cabot RP forum. That is even nerdier and sad than it sounds.
Nice. Sephiroth is your guy here. It seems.
Mia, can I read those with you? I've got a good face and voice for radio. I've been told.
Oh. Sorry, I just got really sad again about my Pizza Cat thing.
That makes me sad. I want that. I want to play with that.
It was really cool.
It sounds like an awesome playset.
Yeah, if you guys Google it, I'm sure you can find a picture. It's amazing. Samurai Pizza Cats, now available on DVD.
How many years later?
Yeah, no doubt.
That's amazing.
But they might also be putting out the full series on Blu-ray, not in HD, but they can fit all of the series onto one disc then. So that might be happening soon, which would be cool.
That would be excellent. I would love to watch all those again one day.
I just the other day, or just a couple days ago, decided to rewatch a really crappy. Well, I mean, I don't want. Okay. I don't want to call it crappy because I really liked it, but watching it again, it's pretty. It's clearly written for early teens and has that kind of melodramatic sensibility to it. It was called Guyver.
Guyver.
Yeah, and it actually kind of
Not related to Mick.
No, not related to Mick.
MacGyver.
Guyver actually got semi-popular over here. There were 2 live-action movies. One of them starred Mark Hamill, not as the Guyver, despite what the cover of that movie makes you believe, because the cover shows the Guyver's like mask, and then like it's cut in half, and the other side of the mask it's like, so it looks like Mark Hamill's face underneath the Guyver. So it's like, oh, Mark Hamill's the Guyver. No, he's not. No, he's not. Some other guy is the Guyver. The first live-action movie doesn't really follow the manga anime very much. The second movie, much closer. The second movie also starred David Hayter, who you will all know as Solid Snake, and also the writer of the X-Men movie and the Incredible Hulk and stuff like that. David Hayter...
I'm really sad he's not in 5.
Yeah, back in the day when he was young, he would have made a really good Solid Snake.
He looks just like him.
Yeah, he looks just like the guy, and...
well, now Snake's old, so it works too.
So yeah, he played the Guyver in the second Guyver movie, which was still pretty cheesy, but lots of fun. I really love it. It's called Guyver Dark Hero. You can.
That's the most 90s.
Yeah, I know, right? So it's R-rated too, which is better because the first one was like PG-13, and it got like a limited theatrical release. This one went straight to video, except in Europe, where it got some theatrical play. But the anime series that it's based on is all like really gory fights with monsters and stuff, and it was good. It was put out by US Renditions, who I don't think exist anymore, in the like late 80s, early 90s roundabout. And then they lost it, and it was picked up by Manga. You remember Manga Entertainment, right?
I do.
Are they still around?
I can't imagine they are.
I can't think, like, because they used to be big, and now, like, I don't think... Like,
the market has kind of crashed for...
Yeah. When Manga got Guyver, they edited it a bit. Like, they changed the theme song, which is, like, super shitty.
Dragon Ball Z.
Oh, man, the new Guyver theme song in the manga versions is terrible. They also did some editing for a little bit of gore, and, like, the final episode has, like a little bit of nudity in it.
Half a butt.
Well, no. Like it's like full frontal, but like I mean, it's not sexual in any way.
Is it David Hayter?
No.
Oh,
No.
well, darn.
But at any rate, the manga couldn't have that, so they chopped that out. So some of the episodes the editing is a little spotty. You can find the US rendition versions on YouTube, but like they're direct from a VHS. They've never been put onto DVD. And
like the Star Wars Holiday Special.
The video quality is really bad. There's a really good copy of the Holiday Special available now, though.
Yeah,
I've got it. Somebody involved with the production put one of the masters online.
Oh no!
Oh yeah! Yeah! So I have like a gorgeous copy of the Holiday Special now.
That is not a sentence that really works.
I was gonna say, can you just hear George Lucas shitting his pants every time you watch it?
Yeah. Oh. Apparently Manga Entertainment is still around. They just don't get much new stuff. I watch the Holiday Special every year. I actually usually watch it twice a year. Yeah, it doesn't have commercials because it's specifically like the...
oh yes! Oh no! Oh yeah!
However, it does have the bumper for before and after the show telling the viewer that the Incredible Hulk and Wonder Woman will not be seen this week, so that they can bring you the following special presentation.
Very special.
So apparently that bumper was on the Master, but the no commercials were in the Master. Those would have been on separate tapes. So right. Yeah, that's interesting, I guess. But
quite interesting.
Guyver got a remake in 2006.
A lot of stuff did.
Yeah, like I guess the nostalgia for it, because it's a long-running manga series there. I think it's still going, actually.
Wait, was that when they were all like, we don't want to pay writers for anything?
Yeah, could be. But
that was probably why.
But yeah, 2006. It actually is a much longer and more accurate adaptation of the manga. It goes.
Ooh, excellent choice.
It carries on much longer than the original animated series, which ended at 12 episodes. This one is 26 episodes, and doesn't end either. Like you get the impression they were going to do more, like another season or two, and then didn't. Like, I don't know whether rights moved around. The rights for Guyver seem to do a lot of traveling. Like,
Remember Saban?
Oh, I don't.
They are the ones who had Samurai Pizza Cats. They had a lot of other stuff, too.
Oh, Saban. Oh,
yeah.
sorry.
Saban.
Yeah, I remember them. They were also the people that brought us Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
Don't lie, Anniversary. You just want to watch our pretty faces. It's true.
I'm extra pretty.
Just ignore me. I don't do anything for this stream anymore.
Yeah.
You're just the workhorse.
Draw!
Listen. I don't have anything to follow that up with.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Quiet, Navi.
Listen, what? I do plenty of drawing on this stream.
Hey, listen.
I do like the joke in the Angry Video Game Nerd video game where you get a fairy called Naggy.
I played that at PAX. I've not actually gotten it or downloaded it, so I assume...
It's actually really hard. As someone who's been playing difficult platformers all his life, that is a hard as balls game.
Yeah, I found it super difficult when I was playing it.
I played.
Well, thank you. Right?
Yeah.
I played Arkham Origins this week.
Yeah, like all week, right? Like, how are the bed sores? Like,
they're healing up nicely.
Good.
I was not as addicted to Arkham Origins as I was Arkham Knight in every possible way. It's not as compelling a story, although I was shocked at the amount of story that was in it. They go right into Joker origins and Harley Quinn origins, and I was really shocked that they didn't do any Robin stuff, though it might be an online feature. But they show Barbara Gordon as a teenager, and like the first time she hacks into Batman's computer, and just like, "Hey, so I know that you're a good guy, and I really need some help with this stuff, and I know I'm a small child hacking your stuff. Sorry."
What's Barbara Gordon's code name?
Oracle.
Oracle. Is this the same? Is she Oracle in the?
She's Oracle in all the other games, and then in Arkham Knight, apparently there's actually a DLC pack where you get to play as like a flashback of Batgirl.
Oh,
which
okay.
I haven't downloaded yet and want to.
Because she was Batgirl until...
Yeah.
Stuff.
Spoilers about a comic that came out in the 90s.
Yeah.
Probably one of the best Batman comics, along with, Year One?
The Killing Joke and The Man Who Laughs are both like way up there, and I'm a huge fan of the Hush series.
I forget who the Hush is.
Thomas Elliott. He's a relatively new... I say relatively because, like, the last 15 years. You know?
Yeah.
Isn't he the surgeon?
Yes.
Okay.
Plus, I mean...
And he's
versus
in
Face.
Knight.
Yeah.
Fucking Hush is in Knight, and it was so good.
Hush is a thing that came out when we were adults, and we're still adults, so we just assume that it's all still contemporary, when in fact...
Yeah.
These things aren't. As we were talking about how I've been a toy collector back in the day. It now really weirds me out when people talk about vintage Star Wars toys, but they aren't talking about vintage Star Wars toys anymore. They're talking about they're talking about the current Star Wars line that started up in 95 or 94.
Ooh, that's rough.
But, so to me, that's not vintage. To me, that's the new Star Wars line. But it's also, like 20 years old at this point.
Oh, don't even...
Yeah,
don't tell me.
Yeah.
No, we're super old, dude.
Tom. The new Star Wars toys came out over 20 years ago.
Stop.
22. Like, what? 94? It's 2006. That's 22 years. They can rent a car now.
Stop it.
They're old enough to rent a car.
Well, do they have the requisite...
They can vote. They can drink. They can rent cars.
What did you say did Brad right before you came in? Like, the people who were born when you graduated are graduating now?
Yeah. I graduated in 97, so that's 18 years ago. So the people that were born the year I graduated are graduating or have graduated.
I was going to say, a lot of them probably graduated last year.
Yeah, exactly.
The answer is super vintage.
Yeah. So...
And the next generation will be giga vintage. Anyway. So, Vigil, am I going to have to look up cheesecake on, like, Urban Dictionary, or does it just mean we're delicious?
It means you're man candy.
Oh, well, yeah. Obviously.
Yeah.
I just don't want to find out there's some weird third meaning.
No, cheesecake's old.
Is it?
Yo, yeah.
Oh, I told one of my friends that she had animal magnetism, and she, like, had not heard that term before, and went in a really weird,
oh, man.
although looking back, obvious direction with it.
Oh, no.
He's like, you sick fuck.
Oh, no.
Like, no, that's not...
That's not what that means.
That's not what that means.
Oh, here.
She accused me of...
That's funny.
Accusing her of...
Oh. Yeah, terminology, right?
Delicious.
Okay, let's stop making people feel old. What's current that we can all enjoy? Oh, right, Halloween costumes.
Oh, yeah.
You first.
Oh, I mean...
See, we've already talked about our Halloween costumes.
Oh,
I mean,
did you?
we can do it again.
It's okay.
Okay.
Everyone deserves to know, and any of you who know Jared, don't tell him, because I can't wait for him to see it, because it's going to piss him off. I'm going to be Alf.
Nice.
I'm going to be Alf.
Man, Jared hates Elf.
He hates Alf so much, and I'm going to be the embodiment of everything he hates.
Please have an Elf Pog. Just one Elf Pog.
Yeah, of course I'll have an Elf Pog.
Remember Elf Pogs? Now he's back in Elf form.
Here's a question, though. Should I go as just, standard Alf from the live-action series, or do I go as Alf, Gordon Shumway Alf, from the animated series?
I've never watched the animated series.
Oh, the animated series was terrible. There were two. There was Alf and Alf Tales. Alf was just about Alf's life on Melmac. The planet he comes from.
Here, 1 second, I gotta respond.
Yep.
So, lady, are we speaking, in general, or Bunny Rabbit from Sonic?
What was the question?
She wants to be Robot Bunny Girl, and I'm asking if it's
Bunny Rabbit, by the way, my favorite character from that fucking cartoon. 100%.
Anyway, yes, please go. Okay, Melmac.
So, but in the animated series, he always wore essentially a yellow Hawaiian shirt.
Oh, really?
That was his clothes.
His uniform.
He just had this, quote, like the Melmacian version of a Hawaiian shirt. So I could get the costume and then throw a Hawaiian shirt over top of that and be Gordon Shumway Alf. The other animated series was called Alf Tales, and it fell into that line of cartoons where it's like, okay, let's take this established character or characters and we'll have them do fairy tales.
That sounds terrible.
Yeah, awful.
Sephiroth is right. The 90s. Okay.
That should be left up to Wishbone and Wishbone only.
There were two Sonic. Okay. There were 3 Sonic cartoons in the 90s.
Oh, God.
One was great.
One was fantastic.
And one was fantastic.
One was awful.
And the third one was also awful.
I don't know the third one that you're talking about.
Sonic Underground.
Nope.
That's the Sonic garage band show.
He and his brother and sister are in a garage band trying to save Moby. It's not important. No one cares.
The good one you can tell by its theme song.
Yeah.
Blue streak speeds by,
Sonic the Hedgehog, too fast for the naked eye. Sonic the Hedgehog. Anyway, the second season ends on a cliffhanger and they never pick it back up again.
No!
What the hell?
So then you have to read literally 400 issues of Sonic comics to catch up to it. So, I mean,
had a really great theme song too.
Did he? I can't remember.
Not the TV series, but the animated series. Alf had a pretty great theme song. It was very
No
catchy.
Sonic says that's no good.
Or pardon me. Yeah.
Ugh. Eh.
Oh man, I remember when the Sonic animated series came out. It was a big deal. So I remember tuning in on Monday, or I think it was a Monday, or it might have been a Wednesday.
Yes, the Chili Dogs and Urkel one is the bad one.
Urkel was in all of them, though.
That's true, yeah.
So, the big thing was, initially it was just the 2 series. It was The Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog on the weekdays and Sonic the Hedgehog on Saturday. And I tuned into The Adventures of Sonic first, because that was the first one that came out, because, they premiered it on the weekdays, and it was baffling. It was so intensely bad.
The theme song is a trip that keeps getting worse and worse.
Luckily, I can't remember it.
Oh my god, it's
so I'm going to consider myself lucky.
There's no lyrics to it. It's just music, but
noise and visuals and sound.
Yeah, it was so strange. It felt actually insulting. It was I was a little too old for it when it came out, but even watching it, it's just wow, this would insult a 5-year-old.
It's pretty bad.
Yeah, it was.
I've never even heard of this show. Tell me about it.
Mega's XLR?
Yeah.
Oh, it was all right.
Is that the American one about truck mechas? Or about something totally different?
Yeah.
Okay, I never watched. I was too old for that. So, all you youngins in the stream, then, I never watched your truck cartoon.
It's
But you did watch Biker Mice from Mars. Interesting.
Yeah. Biker Mice from Mars came out considerably before Mega's XLR. Mega's XLR came out in the 2000s.
Giant robots are a unisex
Yeah.
interest. Everyone loves them.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I saw like one commercial for it, but I never watched it.
I am 100% on the side of giant robots.
So, Mia, get in touch with me through Ash, and we can talk about Digimon for literally ever.
Literally ever.
Literally ever. I mean, you know, fan fiction is being written faster than you can read it.
I find it interesting. Like,
oh, Escaflowne.
the longest work of English fiction is a fanfic.
Is it?
And it's still going. And I should look it up.
Is it Fallout Equestria?
No. I can't remember. I'll look it up. You guys keep talking because this requires some discussion.
So Biker Mice from Mars.
Yeah,
Who's
talk
your
about the
favorite
Biker
mouse?
Mice from Mars.
Oh, Vinny, the leader with that.
Yeah. I went as him for my 21st birthday.
You're so cool.
I drew the
Such
silver
a-
plate over my face and put a red contact lens in because I wanted to be a Biker Mice from Mouse.
You're
Or
such a
Biker
dork.
Mouse from Mars for my birthday.
I'm afraid I never watched season 4. At that point, I was truly too old. That's the one where they turned into their Digimon, right? Anyway.
Is it the one where the Digimons became the champions?
No, that was the first one.
Oh. I just assumed that that was
I
the
thought they
plot of
always
the
were
series.
the champions.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
No, champion is a form.
Oh, really? Oh, so it's like
So
So the theme song.
so the
lied to
theme
me.
song actually.
Digimon are the champions. That's all I remember from that.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. No, I'm afraid I never watched that one. So I cannot yay or nay it. I mean, like, my opinion is worth anything. It totally is.
This is the place to tell your opinions, man.
Yeah, my opinions.
We have strong opinions on TV shows.
I have
My
strong
pokey
opinions
opinions.
on many things.
Let me show you them. Oh, okay. Ooh, Extreme Dinosaurs. I used to watch before school, like in grade 9.
Here it is.
Yes.
The longest work of English fiction is a Super Smash Brothers fanfic.
Oh.
It is over 4 million words long, 220 plus chapters, and it is still in progress.
That's fantastic.
Like, what?
Digimon into Ultimate. And then Mega. Oh. Mega.
Okay, let's see where it's at now. It is at, let's see, 4047K, so I don't know what, that's...
4 megs. That's 4 megabytes of.
No, that's the word count.
Oh, yeah, that's 4 million. Oh
Yeah.
my goodness.
It is now up to, let's see...
Oh, Mia, I'm so sorry. I didn't realize you had to stick to ISO requirements. That's really rough. I've dealt with that beast before.
What? What's happening?
Oh, Mia just posted something she's working on. Legalese. It's amazing.
Ugh.
Yeah. 3 was okay. I felt like the kids were even younger, so it was a little harder to... I was older, but the kids were even younger, so it was harder to relate to.
I always really hate that in a series where you
thanks.
kind of grow up alongside the series and things get, darker and heavier as you go along, and then all of a sudden they're just like, and here's a bunch of kids for no reason. I'm just like, but
No,
No.
we're
The
new
past that
generation.
now.
And they're just like, we have to get kids back into the show. I'm just like, what about the kids that love it already that aren't really kids anymore?
I forget what Warp Digivolve does. I forget lots of things. I don't forget that I loved Rosemon.
Rosemon.
I remember absolutely nothing about Digimon because I never watched it except for the theme song.
It's a great theme song.
I don't know if I would call it a great theme song. It was certainly an earworm of a theme song because
I was
it
gonna say,
really
you can't forget it. That's for sure.
It only had 5 words.
Is it possible to ban someone for puns?
No.
Damn.
Otherwise, Brad would have been gone long ago.
I want to see. I want to see a pun.
This is the bottom line. We're talking about ISO requirements, which is legal
Okay.
requirements for work.
Yeah, I was confused. I'm like, that's not a pun. That's just a description of Tron Legacy.
That's just genocide.
Yeah, that's.
That song on the soundtrack is really really sad.
Did you ever watch the Tron animated series?
You showed me the first,
Yeah, I know. I showed you the
almost
first
all the
episode.
episodes.
Yeah, it's so good.
Then it got canceled mid-season.
Yeah, it was such. No, it didn't get canceled mid-season. It just they finished the first season and on a cliffhanger, and then that was it.
Didn't the next movie get canceled?
I
too?
have like 70
it's
hours
still
in
going
Digimon
forward.
World 2. Oh my god. Remember you could put like CDs in and get rare Digimon? Oh, I played so much on my PS1. It was great.
Oh, the PS1.
I remember the first time I got a Metal Greymon, I was like, my life is complete.
Until we started the stream, I had no idea that Digimon was as popular as it was, because everybody comes
Yeah.
on chat or like in the room and it's like, Digimon, blah blah blah. I thought it was just like the knockoff version of Pokemon.
Back to the past, Samurai Jack. Jack.
I remember Samurai Jack.
The answer is yes.
It was pretty good.
I can't believe he never got back to the past. That's really sad.
Yeah. Same guy, Genndy Tarkovsky, also did the first Clone Wars animated series, the mini animated series that came out before Revenge of the Sith.
Mm-hmm. I remember that.
Yeah, it was all right. I'm not a huge fan of Genndy Tarkovsky's character designs. I find them really blocky, which is, fine. That's a totally legitimate design ethic, and it's just not the kind that I enjoy watching. I still watched both series, though, because they're really good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was a weird move. They were their two most popular cartoons, and they just axed them.
Yeah.
For no good reason.
A lot of animation companies or cartoon networks, as it were, cut a lot of shows because they realized they could make as much money or close to by showing reruns of their previous shows.
Mm-hmm.
I know a lot of really good Saturday morning cartoons got cut because they figured they could just play reruns of Rugrats.
Yep.
Yes, I can do Aku's intro to the show. Long ago, in a distant land, I, Aku, shape-shifting master of evil. Oh man, now I forget the last line. Something, until a foolish warrior rose to oppose me. But before the final blow was struck, I cast him to the future, where my evil is law. Anyway.
Samurai Jack.
Oh, I love that show. Aku's future is the city of Townsville. Oh man, I love that show too. Don't tell anyone.
Well, nothing wrong with...
There's nothing wrong with Powerpuff Girls.
No. I saw the Powerpuff Girls movie in the theater when it premiered. I was in animation school when it came out, so after class, all of us went to go see the Powerpuff Girls movie. It was a little disappointing.
I've never saw it.
I mean, it's okay, but there's this big long tag sequence of them playing tag with each other through the city. Bye, Mia.
Bye, Mia.
Bubbles, she is the joy and the laughter.
But it goes on way too long, that tag sequence. It's just like, okay, we get it, they're playing tag, and it's causing a lot of mayhem and destruction. Please stop. But it just keeps going and going and going. But one thing that in my animation class we all really loved was when they put out the first DVDs of Powerpuff Girls. And this was back before the days of season box sets. Mm-hmm. So when they would still just put out, episode compilations.
What have I done? No.
What have you done?
Hi, Zuko here.
Anyways, one of the DVD sets had a commentary track by Mojo Jojo. So
what?
Yeah, it was amazing.
Oh.
And I really want to find that disc and get it just so I can hear it again, because Mojo Jojo doing commentary on the episode is amazing. It's like, oh, this was a brilliant shot. Look at the composition.
Everyone loved Animaniacs.
The lighting here is so dramatic.
Oh, and Freakazoid. We were just watching that actually,
Freakazoid.
like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, I love Freakazoid.
So good.
Runs around in underwear.
Freakazoid. I really want to do Freakazoid cosplay someday.
Yeah, but it requires wearing a skin-tight suit. So that is, a pipe dream.
I don't know. You just get yourself, red long johns. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. And, you just run around pretending to fly. Hey, Freakazoid, want to go get a mint?
Do I? What about you, Cosgrove? No, I never got married. I like meat too much. You can still get married and like meat, Cosgrove. Huh.
I liked their Quantum Leap episode, when he goes back in time and stops Pearl Harbor. He just sets up like a floating toll booth up in the sky. And like all the planes stop. He's like, all right, we're checking for fruit. Oh no, I brought along some grapes. You fool! And they all have to turn around.
Reminds me of the joke from Blazing Saddles. Someone go back and get a shitload of dimes.
Oh, Blazing Saddles, what a movie. I saw that once at Toys R Us.
Blazing Saddles?
Yeah, you know how Toys R Us has that little kind of rack of like, oh, here's some cheap DVDs.
This one's rated R.
Blazing Saddles was there. I was like, wow, you don't find a lot of movies with such prolific use of the N-word at Toys R Us, but here's one. Here's one.
I don't think they realized what it was.
Yeah. I get that feeling. I also another animation school story. I used to keep this flyer pinned to my like the side of my desk. London Drugs was selling a whole bunch of kids movies on sale.
Was one Graveyard of the Fireflies?
No, one of them was Perfect Blue.
Aww.
Perfect Blue. And,
just because it's an anime, right?
No,
yeah, exactly. No. It's anime, so obviously it must be fine. But yeah, it was Perfect Blue and another one like X.
I've seen that.
Yeah.
It's really, really, really violent.
Yeah, exactly. I was just like, wow, neither of these are kids' movies, like at all, you know. And so I had it on my desk at when I was in animation school because it was the kind of thing that pissed us off, the confusing of the medium with the genre.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, it's animated, therefore it's for children. Hang on. There was a Dexter's Lab movie? What? I did not see the Dexter's Lab movie. I feel like you're lying to me.
Was it live action with a grown-up, like the Fairly OddParents movie?
I feel like I would know if there had been a Dexter's Lab movie. I love Dexter's Lab. So... no, I haven't seen that. Tell me all about it right now.
Immediately.
Shh, I'm waiting.
I love Dexter's Lab.
Listen, it's going to be a really quiet stream in a second.
You guys, shut up so Sephiroth can type. That was good, right? Without looking and stuff? That was perfect.
You have to plug a different hole.
Okay, he teams up with an alternate version of himself against Mandark at different times. I need to see this. I'm going to make a note right now that I need to legally obtain this when I get home.
Yeah, I used to work in a video store, and once it was up on the loop, that Fairly OddParents movie, really, really not, uncomfortable to watch.
I never really saw the Fairly OddParents.
I really liked it, despite being way too old for it. It just, I don't know, it seemed nice.
I got it every once in a while. I didn't mind it at all. Wasn't like I fell in love with the show, but...
Oh, so the versions of himself that he teams up with are a super scrawny teen, a massively buff adult, and a 70-year-old version. I really want to see this movie.
Are there alternate DDs? And are they all exactly the same?
I want to know, does Monkey make it? Does Monkey make the scene? You remember
Monkey.
Dial M for Monkey?
Yes.
Monkey, Earth's most powerful superhero?
Yes.
Who fights Macho Man Randy Savage or Razlar?
That was amazing.
Oh, yeah!
I almost forgot to mention back when we were talking about Avatar, it's your favorite Uncle Iroh line.
Oh, that is handsome! So great.
Hideous statue.
Yeah,
of
that hideous monkey statue with the ruby eyes and teeth. It's it kills me every time Uncle Iroh says that. That and the tale of Zuko from Tales of Ba Sing Se, the one where he goes on a date. And, and he comes out and she's like, it's like, your hair's, I like your hair. He's like, took my uncle 15 minutes to do my hair. just the way he delivers the line, there's just such a sense of defeat in it. Just took my uncle 15 minutes to do my hair.
I love that show so much.
So good. My girlfriend turned into the moon. That's rough, buddy.
That is rough.
That is rough.
Ooh, yeah, Gravity Falls.
I miss classic Avatar so bad.
Yeah. Korra's is just so heavy all the time. It's I want a happy episode.
Does Brad watch Gravity Falls?
My bread?
Oh, really?
I don't know. Lady Thimble Trimmer is asking if Brad is caught up on Gravity Falls. I don't know if she means our Brad or a different Brad.
It's got to be a different bread.
Different Brad?
There's more than one?
I have a Brad, but it's a different Brad than our Brad. I have two Brads.
Who's...
So many breads.
Yeah, I've got I've got your Brad, and then I've got my cousin Brad.
Too many breads.
Too many Brads.
The only person I know who I refer to as Brad is a friend, and we use it as a derogatory term. Like, it's a generic, like, high school dude bro.
Yeah.
It's a Brad.
See, I use Chad.
Yeah, exactly. That's...
Chad. I can't not think of a, jerk face whenever I say that name.
I don't know. Who are you thinking of, Thimble Trimmer? Will
Probably this guy.
Is it me? I'm not Brad. I'm Geoff. Or if you ask my my nephew, I'm Anthony.
Yeah.
Because Pilot constantly...
Indistinguishable.
Yeah, apparently.
He has that face blindness.
Yeah.
And we just never picked up on it.
Yeah. For the longest time, Brad would call... Or, Brad.
Oh, come on! I'm adorable. Learn my name. Brad? Really? I strike you as a Brad? I have some serious life changes to make if I strike someone as a Brad.
Is she thinking of you?
Is she thinking of me?
I don't know. I haven't seen her...
Okay, let's not be shitting on the name Brad, alright?
Brad! Anyways...
Now it's like a thing. Ooh, what does that tool do?
Yeah, our
Starting
nephew...
the line's blue.
Our nephew Pilot used to call me Joe for the longest time.
Oh, Val. Oh, you.
Oh, thanks. That's sweet.
What's happening?
Somebody called me handsome. So,
I'm pretty.
yeah, you are. This is great. We could let's
Stream all the time.
This is a great day. I feel like we should just kind of cut it here.
I'm cool with that. I'm pretty much down here, so.
Everyone all right with that? Yeah, great stream, everybody. Great
Let's do
stream.
it forever.
Yeah, that was great.
Anyway.
I am all caught up on Gravity Falls. I
haven't seen the newest episode because I'm lazy.
Is the newest episode the road trip one? Like that one, I know that one was coming out. I thought that came out not yet, but maybe it is out now. I can't remember when the next episode came out.
Oh, that looks nice. Oh, the line art.
I draw stuff.
Well played on your vocation.
It's good sometimes. Sometimes.
She was in Superbad. Wow.
Yeah, the next episode comes out tomorrow. So yeah.
Okay.
So yes, I am all. If I'm Brad, then yes, I'm all caught up. If I'm not Brad, then I don't know. Maybe he is.
I'm not going to say no.
Yeah, fine. That's fine.
Fine, that's fine. It's perfectly fine.
I'm going to huff.
I love Gravity Falls. Remember our Gravity Falls costumes last year?
Oh, man. We need to find that picture.
Oh, I've shown it on the stream before.
I'm Seuss.
Yeah. Anthony was Seuss. I was Grunkle Stan. I actually wore my Grunkle Stan hat and glasses when I was doing my Gravity Falls art here.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
It was good times.
I could, Oh, he's sleeping. I could wear my Seuss shirt with the question mark. I liked it a lot.
Yeah, the Unicorn episode was great. All episodes of Gravity Falls are great.
I haven't seen the Unicorn episode still. I've been
Okay.
dawdling. But it's okay.
You should get on it. It's great.
Bloop. Ooh, her wings are all bloopy.
Bloopy.
Oh, they're made of water, right?
Bree showed me the Pierogi Cat book, and it's got some, like, the NSFW one.
Mm-hmm.
And I just love jizz hands.
Ew. Gross.
Pines.
Oh, Gareth.
And that is why the stream is rated for adults.
Yeah.
Yay. Yeah, except like last week or on Wednesday when our niece and nephew were watching.
Yeah.
They're like, let's not swear right now.
Say the nice things.
La la la.
Oh! I forgot to mention. I was going to mention this, like, way at the beginning. What are you guys going for as Halloween? As for Halloween. What dress? What thing costume wear?
Yeah,
you.
Yeah, you. Tell us what you will do with your Halloween innings.
I actually don't know if I'm gonna do anything this year. It's not that I hate Halloween or anything, because I absolutely adore Halloween and all the horror movies it brings me, but I usually have a Halloween party, and I've thrown so many effing parties in the last little while that I don't know if I'm probably going to, but I don't know. I might just have to rehash the Freddy thing, unless
It's all good.
unless I magically get like a couple $100 dropped on
I
me.
have emergency costumes as well
unbelievably cute
for people that don't bring costumes. So, like, I've got the...
I'm going as drunk.
I've got the Han Solo vest. I've got a Boba Fett helmet and a Clone Trooper helmet.
Thank you,
I've
Wednesday
got
Addams.
Star Trek red shirt.
Nice.
Or you can wear the Picard jacket. You can wear my Sith robe. That also doubles as a wizard robe.
I could wear my TARDIS robe, honestly.
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
be
there
the
you go.
TARDIS.
Exactly. There you go.
Lady, that sounds like a
you
fun
covered.
costume. I am going to be going as Steven. I'm taking ukulele lessons, and I've got the shirt.
Yep. Oh, did you get your own? Or are you
No,
borrowing mine?
I'm going to wear yours.
Okay.
I'm Steven!
Yes.
Sweet.
Now, I had given thought to going as Steven, but I didn't want to shave.
Oh, yeah. As long as you be grown-up Steven.
Oh, yeah,
There's lots
but
of art of
then
grown-up
you
Steven.
have to get, like, the professional beach hunk shirt.
No, that's for... I thought that was for Jasper.
No, remember the one where Steven gets older? You know, the
True.
the
What was
birthday
you-
episode, and when he gets he turns into a teenager, and then he decides he has to get a job, so he goes into the t-shirt shop, and then he goes, "That's the job for me," and he walks out, and he's wearing professional beach hunk.
I'm just going to go as, like, the canon fanon adult Steven. I will get one. I'm also considering not showing my midriff. And just telling people I have it.
That's also fair.
Yeah. I have
Oh, I'm snoring.
I have a
Puppy.
Steven-esque figure. So, I mean, that's authentic. But at the same time, you know, I'm a bit shy.
It's fair. It's fair.
Are you gonna shave? You better shave.
Why would I shave? Grown-up Steven probably has facial hair. No, but I have a baby face. So it would look even better. Fine, I'll shave.
Yeah. And, you know, I mean, this grows back pretty fast.
It does.
No.
Oh, Buster, sleepy doggy.
Oh, it's Buster's snoring and it's cute. Well, Steven's part gem, so that stuff is probably...
Yeah,
largely
I
inapplicable.
think it's probably fair to... I mean, he certainly uses he/him pronouns, but I don't think it would be a stretch to consider Stephen non-binary. You know, he certainly doesn't have any trouble, you know, singing and dancing on stage in a dress. So, yeah, sure.
Pulls it off better than I can.
I just feel like no one's ever taught him that stuff, and that's
Yeah.
fantastic. That's the way to go.
I think the Steven universe is probably just, you know, doesn't worry about that kind of stuff, and everyone just is happy how they are.
Yeah, you could be Mirror Universe, Steven Universe.
That's a good idea. Evil Steven. Sing songs about tiny women.
Steven and the Stevens. You could be one of the ones that went evil.
Oh, yeah.
Learn to accept yourself by watching yourself die.
Yeah, that'll make you grow up fast.
Arrivederci. Well, when Steven gives himself the pompadour,
Yeah, that was great.
it's amazing. Amazing.
Doge.
So, should we talk about other crappy
Yeah.
TV shows from our youth? That
We've
Hell yeah.
been chatting for a while yet.
Here's some classics from the 80s that do not hold up. Thundercats. Thundercats was, you know, like...
Lion-O!
Snarf!
Snarf.
Thundercats is almost unwatchable now. Like, it's really bad. Like, I remember, like, I worked at a video store when I was in animation school. Hey, guys.
What a twist.
Have I mentioned that I went to... When I was in college... Well, let's call it that from now on, huh?
Okay.
Yeah.
That'll be easier. When I was in college, I worked in a video store, and one day I was in the kids section. I was like, "Oh look, we've got the video cassette of the pilot of Thundercats. I haven't watched Thundercats in a gazillion years. I love Thundercats. They're great. I'm gonna watch it right now." But like, I barely got 15 minutes into it before I had to shut it off in disgust. It was awful. I was just like, I can't I can't watch this. It's
Can't do it.
painfully bad. I did not remember, like my memories of it from childhood were just totally wrong. Like I did not remember that Lion-O is actually a child trapped in an adult's body.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
It's like canon?
Yeah, what happens is like they go into like cryo chambers or whatever to go to this planet, but his malfunctions, so his body continues to grow. So when they arrive on the planet, he is no longer young Lion-O, because when they left, Lion-O was the same age as Wile E. Kit and Wile E. Cat.
Oh.
No, when they arrive, his brain hasn't aged. Like he's still mentally the same age as the Wile E. Kit twins, but he now has the body of a full-grown adult. And it's weird, and I didn't like it. And also, like, it's just, the story makes no sense, and it's really bad.
Doesn't always crush your soul when you look back on it.
It does.
Like, that made
And then
perfect sense when I was a child.
They did a remake of, they made a new Thundercats recently, like a couple years ago. And the animation is gorgeous, and the character designs are great, and it starts really strong. Like the pilot, couple of episodes that make the opening movie, as it were, is really good. But then as soon as it gets to actual episodes, it falls apart and just becomes super contrived and just very by the numbers. Like each episode runs exactly the same way. This is the lesson we learned this episode, and that kind of shit. Mm-hmm. It was really kind of it was kind of crushing when that happened, because it started out with so much promise, and then it just fell apart.
I do remember Cadillacs and Dinosaurs. It was good times.
Yeah.
A lot. A lot.
Brad will be happy to learn that, because apparently no one else on the planet does.
I loved it.
What's Brad's name in chat?
Is it
Random Bra?
Because he's the one who brought it up.
Well, Anthony knows.
I remember Cadillacs and Dinosaurs. I remember when it was a comic book and not an animated series, because it was an independent comic first.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Speaking of kidnapped children, who remembers Bucky O'Hare in the Toad Wars?
Yes. I still remember the theme song. I mean, the theme rap.
Magic School Bus absolutely holds up, and Carlos's puns only get better as they age.
Bucky O'Hare is another animated series that came from an independent comic book.
Was it one of those ones that was way more violent in the comic?
Kind of, yeah. The animated series does not really do the comic justice. Not that the comic is very good either, but yeah. Mighty Max, Sephiroth. Mighty Max was great. Way better than it had any right to be, considering it was based on a toy that was essentially
Polly Pocket for boys.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, oh, let's just put scary monsters in it, and boom, Polly Pocket for boys, good. But the animated series was amazing, really good, and
yes, Bucky O'Hare.
Yeah, the game Bucky O'Hare is kind of a lost classic platformer from Capcom. I actually watched a really impressive speed run of it on Summer Games.
Oh, that was good, yeah.
Done Fast, or whatever it's called.
Conversely, the Mighty Max video game is terrible.
Yes.
Unplayably bad.
And
Bill!
You are correct. The Righteous Indignation is one of my favorite spaceship names of all time. So good.
Should I let loose a Bucky O'Hare factoid that is deeply personal and really embarrassing?
Yeah,
yes.
Absolutely. Lay it on us.
Okay, Chad, do you want me to tell you something super close to my heart that I don't think I've ever told anyone else about Bucky O'Hare?
Please. I've got Bucky O'Hare toys at home.
You can
play with them later.
Those are at least real. The magical cat girl from Bucky O'Hare was my first imaginary friend when I was like 4 years old.
Oh!
So that's a real thing that happened.
Unbelievably adorable.
Oh, that's so cute.
Yeah, I know.
Gosh. I never had an imaginary friend. It never happened to me.
Hey, well, when I say first, I mean only, but yeah.
No, that's fair. Yeah. I don't think anyone's gonna, blame you for only having had one imaginary friend. But, wow. No.
I had 6.
You were so popular.
I did not have 6 imaginary friends. That's a lie.
Wow, that's so sweet.
Now you all know something very embarrassing and personal about some random guy on the internet.
Let's see.
That's new.
Embarrassing. Animated Janine from the Real Ghostbusters was my first animated crush.
Was she like the kind of punky one?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, she was cool.
Yeah, I was way into that. I didn't know why, but I totally was.
Mine was either Donatello from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
We're talking crushes?
Or like animated like
crushes.
when you're like 9,
Yeah.
you know?
I think we all
from
agree that it's...
Biker Mars.
That's okay. Melissa's is Scooby-Doo.
Like the actual dog.
Yeah, the actual dog.
That's fantastic.
I still have a crush on Velma, because, I mean, Velma.
Yeah.
Sweaters.
I'm always down for Velma.
Imaginary foes. Well, yeah, there were always ninjas. Like ninjas, monsters trying to attack you.
I remember, as far as imaginary ninja attacks go, my buddy Tyler and I, when we were kids, after school, we would go immediately to his grandma's house and watch... we go immediately to his house and watch Ninja Turtles, and then afterwards, his grandmother lived right across the street from him, so we'd go and play in her backyard, which had like this weird kind of step, like it was grass, and then there was like a step and then more grass. So that made for good building top. So you could go back there and like if you're up on the step, you're on top of a building, and if you're not on the step, you're down on the street. And so there was a lot of jumping back and forth. Because that's what we did back then.
Yeah, that does make a lot more sense.
There they are.
I went as Shaggy
Yeah, I remember
last
that.
Halloween.
That was good.
My girlfriend at the time was Velma, so that was, life-affirming.
Yeah.
Look at those wangs.
Yeah.
I mean, wings.
We're taking a break
Shit,
in a
what was I
minute.
talking about?
Yeah, you can.
What'd I say?
You can't.
Dicks.
You don't want to put some twang on that one. No. Some words you don't want to twang.
Give me some of them chicken wangs.
Yeah, delicious
we got,
chicken wangs.
5 minutes left before the break, and my shoulder's starting to hurt a little bit, so I'm just gonna relax until we take a break. If there's any questions for the artist / the people in the room,
Yeah, Q&A.
and then second half, I'm gonna attempt to draw literal water wings.
It's actually Shaggy, because he's not a gross, disgusting man-child.
No, in the latest Scooby-Doo series, Mystery Incorporated is pretty great, and they pair up Velma with Shaggy.
Really?
Yeah. It's kind of a it's a weird thing.
That would make it much better. But at least we'll always just have random internet searches.
Basically, she wants to go public with their relationship, but he's afraid to because he's worried that it's going to hurt Scooby-Doo's feelings.
Wow.
Because, he doesn't want Scooby to think that Scooby is not his best friend.
Wow.
I haven't gotten all the way through the series. I'm only like, not even a quarter of the way through the first season. So I do not know if that gets resolved at any point or what happens.
Okay, we're just gonna take a break now.
Okay.
We'll see you guys in 5 or 6 minutes, and I'm gonna draw some wings.
Okay. I mean, if you insist.
I'll see you guys soon. Ta-da!
Yay!
Hello, everyone. We are back.
Yes. I
Back
have
again.
refueled with a IPA that I despise, but I'm incapable of drawing in the evening without booze, apparently.
Is this water or vodka? Who can tell?
I should hope you're not drinking vodka that easily. Does this look of your...
Just. Well, I mean, some vodkas are very smooth.
All right, so what are we going to talk about now?
Kitty.
That's a dog.
Oh,
Hey, Anthony.
yes.
What are your favorite movie genres?
Definitely comedy, followed by sci-fi. Blazing Saddles is my favorite film of all time. Jurassic Park is probably second.
Oh, Anthony, I wish you had been here for my Jurassic World spiel.
Oh, she.
No, that's okay.
It was
I
great.
don't want to think or talk about that movie.
It would have been so nice to have,
Someone to complain with. I hadn't seen it.
just
So
to understand the anger.
I was mostly useless.
That part where Blue comes around the corner running and it goes into slow motion, my eyeballs rolled into the back of my head and
Yeah.
my optic nerves snapped out of my... That was me. I'm Anthony.
I was still reeling from the moments beforehand where Bryce Dallas Howard somehow managed to outrun a T-Rex in high heels.
Yeah, in high heels. What? No.
They clocked the T-Rex at, what is it, 40 miles an hour?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's the same T-Rex!
Ma-
It's the
ma-
same T-Rex in the first movie!
Those are
Well-
probably Nike sport heels. Probably very springy.
I haven't seen the honest trailer, but I have seen Mad Max Rainbow Road.
Yeah.
That was a great trailer.
Mad Max Rainbow Road is a pretty great trailer. I have not seen the honest trailer either. I'm sorry. But I do love the movie.
Mad Max is probably top movie 2015.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I would say that is totally fair. So you're comedy and sci-fi.
Mm-hmm.
I am gonna go sci-fi and action, and
Okay.
comedy will place third.
With terrible 80s action movies being the backbone.
One of my favorite movies of all time is Predator,
Ooh, yeah.
which is both action and sci-fi,
And a little bit of comedy.
and a little bit of comedy. Get to the chopper,
Get to the chopper.
Dylan, you son of a bitch! To give up? Make it easy on yourself, Dutch. We're great.
We have fun here.
I mean, my favorite movies of all time are obviously the Star Wars trilogy and Ghostbusters
Oh, yeah.
and Tron. But, yeah. Ghostbusters is kind of sci-fi comedy. Star Wars is kind of fantasy sci-fi action, I guess. And
Lady, I'm not quite sure what you mean when you say you would like comedy movies if they weren't so mean. There are lots of... Oh, no. Jeff loves Indiana Jones. Greshix. In fact,
yeah.
he was quite upset with
Disneyland.
the idea of a film.
Yeah, I'm so glad that they didn't make a fourth indie film.
Can you imagine how bad it would be?
Yeah, yeah. And yeah, I love Indiana Jones. And Indiana Jones, I would consider an action movie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Action adventure.
Yeah,
So
action
yeah,
adventure.
it definitely falls into that category for me.
In fact, that's the example that I would give if someone said, "What is an action adventure movie?"
Yeah.
Yeah, I, in fact, took my girlfriend to Disneyland just this most recent Christmas with the almost exclusively to take her on the Jungle Cruise ride because we love the Weird Al song so much. And it was closed.
Oh, I went on the Jungle Cruise when I was at Disneyland in April.
Oh, it's such a good ride.
It is so good.
I'm horror. Okay, I'm.
5 comedy movies from the last years.
Hang on. I'm really good horror, like the kind that makes you cringe and honestly are scared through the entire thing.
Ooh, like It Follows.
I haven't seen that yet. I'm on the fence about whether or not I'm even going to see it. But also really, really, really terrible horror.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I'm not a huge fan of the in-between stuff where it's just like it's trying really hard to be a seriously scary movie, but they just didn't have the budget or the actors or, what you need to get there.
Well, like...
But when they've just given everything up, like
Yeah.
Sharknado and stuff, like those really terrible
Or
slashers.
Birdemic.
Yes, or Piranha.
Does anyone see Birdemic or JonTron's review of Birdemic?
No.
I've seen many reviews, including JonTron's, of Birdemic. I have no desire to see Birdemic.
Lady asks, Ash, could I pitch you my idea for a horror series?
Yes.
Yes.
Pitch it.
Do it.
Jeff and I are on the same wavelengths.
While we wait, I know that it's very popular now to really like terrible movies like Birdemic or The Room, and that they develop massive followings. And I understand that to a degree. I'm not one of those people though.
That's fair. It is a
our
taste.
our buddy Jared, The Room is one of his favorite movies of all time. He's seen it in the theater many, many times. He loves it. I can't stand The Room. I think it's so bad. I'm happy I saw it. It was so bad it's funny. It's true. But it's also so bad that it's bad. And watching it multiple times, I can't think of a worse nightmare. And he says, "Oh, we should do another viewing of The Room." I'm like, I don't want to do it. And I've actually, at this point, I've watched The Room for the last time now. I saw it in the theater for Riff Tracks Live, and I'm done. I will never watch The Room again because The Room is obscenely bad.
There was a movie that was released a few years back that followed in the footsteps of Sharknado that had to do with a tsunami that brought in a bunch of sharks into a mall. Mm-hmm. So people were in the mall trying to escape the mall sharks. Sharks in a mall. Why not?
Movie night this week is Sharknado 2.
Fantastic.
And it looks like we've got the pitch. So lady says, 4 movies. Each one, a small group of people get tormented by monsters made of one of the 4 classical elements. So the first movie is fire monsters, the second movie is water monsters, etc. The twist is that nobody actually dies in these movies. Instead, they suffer gruesome injuries that correlate to the spirit being broken in some way.
I have an even more exciting idea. 118 movies. The first one is hydrogen. The second one is helium.
The periodic table of horror.
Exactly. It'll be an endless, cash...
Like somebody
flow.
gets their arm burned and loses their sense of agency.
I like it, but I feel like there should be the secret 5th movie that
Heart.
wraps everything up. Yeah, Heart, right?
Heart.
that wraps it all up somehow. Because if it's just the 4 elements and it just ends after that, I feel like it's just but now what?
You gotta have some closure.
Yeah, but now there are all these injured people, and...
Well, that mirrors real life a little depressingly. Now there are injured people.
It's a really interesting idea. I don't know how I would
Boron. Love Boron.
I'm not sure how I would depict, how someone losing their sense of agency. But then again, I'm not a filmmaker, so I'm sure a talented horror director could do that.
I've been to exactly one hockey game in my entire life, and the goalie's name was Boron, and me and all my friends were like, Boron. I mean, it was a stupid thing to do, but at the time it was hilarious. Which I think describes a lot of my life, actually.
Yeah.
Funny thing with hockey, depending on which team you're rooting for, because it's extremely regional as to whether or not chanting the goalie's name is a jeer or a cheer.
Yeah.
So, every once in a while,
Kill Bart! Kill
Exactly.
Bart! Kill Bart! Kill Bart!
You'll go to a hockey game and none of the goalies are fazed by it anymore, really, because everybody will be chanting the other goalie's name. It's just that it's either the home team or the away team that are chanting the same fucking name.
No, the fifth element was love. She was merely the embodiment of it.
Oh, yeah. I do love Mila Jovovich. I still have your Penguins mug.
Ooh.
You left that at my...
I was wondering what happened to that. You just made me so happy.
Yeah, I'll bring it over for you. I'll wash it first because I use it for hot chocolate a lot because it's big.
Delicious.
Yeah. But yeah. There is a secret 5th movie, Alchemy. The Puppeteer is a massive conglomeration of ghosts of alchemists trying to prove their archaic pseudoscience has worth. This whole series sounds like it's way over my head. I don't feel like I'm smart enough to watch this horror series.
No, you piqued my interest. Not gonna lie. If someone pitched that to me, like, it would have to be very obvious that it was, like, ongoing, or the first movie would have to be spectacular to keep me watching.
Mm-hmm.
But if someone pitched that to me, I'd be like, yeah, I'd watch that, 100%. And that's pretty much what you go for, hey?
Vigil, did people really consider The Fifth Element the next Star Wars?
I never heard that.
I don't remember that. I really liked the design of The Fifth Element. It always, watching that movie, I was like, oh, I want this guy to do Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
That'd be fun.
Like, I loved the universe they designed there, and I thought it would really fit Hitchhiker's Guide. But then they didn't do it, and someone else did.
Oh, no.
And things.
And stuff happens.
That's all I got to say about that.
The only overblown sequel or overblown like successor thing I heard was when people were going to say, what was that Christian Bale movie where he was like a gun monk? People were like, oh, it's the next Matrix.
Equilibrium.
Everyone was like, oh, Equilibrium, it's the next Matrix.
Yeah, Gun Fu.
Yeah.
Yeah. There are a lot of Matrix comparisons made. I don't think they really fit beyond the fact that,
Well, because none of them had themes.
Yeah, they
They're
just
all action movies.
like their guns and stuff. There's a lot of fancy shooting and kung fu. Gross.
Yeah. Buster's having a hard time tonight.
I really liked Equilibrium the first time I saw it, and probably the second time too. It's fallen in my esteem. Like, every time I watch it, I find it kind of goofier and goofier.
It's also extraordinarily heavy-handed, social commentary-wise.
Yeah, it's just like, oh, look at it! This is what's happening. Subtext. We don't need that. We just have text.
I've never seen Dark City, and I keep meaning to fix that.
Dark City is great. We should watch it.
Yeah, we mentioned that. I think way back when we should add it to the horror or the October rotation.
I don't know. It's not really a horror movie, though.
Okay, I'll watch it with Jared.
Yeah.
Who's this face that Vigil keeps using? It's so pixelated, I can't even
I don't
tell.
know.
It's that guy that works at Twitch. They told the story last time. He was either let go and then came back or something. He's like one of the main workers at Twitch. Space is just there. I don't know. Chat, you can explain.
I did really enjoy Inception. I've only seen it the one time.
I've seen Inception a few times. I like it, but it's has yet to fall in my esteem. But then I don't really think of Inception all that much. So.
Ooh. Okay.
It's a sarcasm glyph.
Well, thank you, lady. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm with Sephiroth. I look forward to a new Star Wars movie exactly once before in my life, and I will never do so again. I'll probably go see it eventually.
I'm really looking forward to it. Obviously, I'm certainly much more willing to give J.J. Abrams and their crew the benefit of the doubt over George Lucas.
Well, that teaser they released a few months back where they were like, look at all the practical effects we're using. Practical effects. Here's some practical effects. Have you seen that?
I've seen all of them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What is happening right now?
Interesting. I don't know.
Layering business.
Interestingly, the very first teaser that came out for The Force Awakens didn't grab me. Like, everyone went nuts for it, and I was just like, it's okay. I don't know. It looks nice, but it didn't feel very Star Wars-y to me. The second trailer that they put out, I liked a whole lot more.
That's good.
So, yeah.
I agree. Let's make the internet a fun place for everyone.
You agree with what?
Oh, sorry, lady says we are all on the internet together. Let's make it better for each other. And I say, yes.
Indeed.
I'll raise this empty glass to that.
We have water on tap here.
That sounds exorbitant.
Water in the tap.
What else can we talk about, guys? The obvious answer is Star Wars.
Yes, it is.
Lady saying how her mom is an original Star Wars fan. Mine too. She forced me to watch the original trilogy back when I was, in the single digits of age, which, shaped who I am today. So thanks, Mom.
Interestingly, my parents, neither of them Star Wars fans, but I am. I had seen Star Wars before I ever saw Sesame Street.
Wow.
Yeah. It was I was introduced to Star Wars through the son of one of my dad's partners at the accounting firm. So he was my cousin Kevin, but not really my cousin. And he was way into Star Wars. So yeah, I'm 3. I guess he was 12 or so. So yeah, he got me hooked on Star Wars very early. But my parents were just not interested at all. I have vivid memories of watching Star Wars with my dad asleep on the couch, and feeling sad that my dad wasn't paying attention to this amazing movie that we were watching for the gazillionth time.
Do you even understand what's happening?
Yeah.
Lady, my favorite impending headcanon is that Peridot becomes a really ineffective recurring villain. Like, she'll just show up and be like, what are you going to do, Crystal Clods? And kick some stuff off their table.
Yeah, we talked about that last time.
Yeah, that's my favorite.
Yeah, I really like that idea. That'd be fun. That'd be fun if that happens.
Like, Perry, we're busy.
Yeah. Like, you? What?
Sad. I overcame your screen door defense, Crystal Claws. I hacked your microwave. Yeah, the wings are looking really good.
Yeah.
The shading on them.
Yeah, the transparency, too, is really nice.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm just playing around now, so...
Yeah.
Talk amongst yourselves.
So... Do you ever play tabletop board games?
Quite a bit, actually.
Yeah. I don't very much, but I always want to, because I see all sorts of games that I want to get into, but getting into tabletop gaming is expensive.
Well, you should come to Interactivity with us.
I don't know what that is.
It's the Board Game Cafe.
Oh, is that what it's called?
Yeah.
I just call it the Board Game Cafe.
That's true.
Fair.
I've never heard its full name used. I've been there a couple times.
One of my favorite games there is called Epic Spell Wars of Wizard Skull Mountain or something. And what it is, it's very easy. Everyone gets a wizard character, and they're all extremely varied with different art styles for every character. And you just get spell cards, and you build the spell.
So it's like a card build, like a deck building game.
Well, there's one deck, and you just draw cards. And I make my spell. Yeah. The main rule is you have to cast your spell in your character's voice, otherwise you lose your turn.
Oh, cool.
Which makes the game hilarious.
Oh, I like that.
Or you can make it a drinking game.
What I was talking about specifically was what's considered tabletop gaming is Warhammer.
Like minifigs and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm always fascinated by minifigs because they look so cool, but I have neither the skill to paint anything that tiny,
nor the patience,
nor the money to purchase these things because they're also expensive. But recently, I've been looking at Starfleet games. Not Star Trek itself, but there are a number of massive fleet building games where you get tons of capital ships and
that sounds fun.
Each other. And we've come to this kind of weird place where 3D printing is now a fairly common thing, and you can get miniatures of stuff that you would never have been able to get a miniature of before online for cheap or relatively cheap, or in some instances just download it, and if you've got a printer, print it yourself.
Yeah, there's one at the school that you can use, I think, if you're a next student. Oh, Greshix, thank you. Yes, Epic Spell Wars of the Battle Wizards, Duel at Mount Skullfire.
It sounds like something that Penny Arcade named.
It's fun.
Brought to you by Jim Dark Magic and Acquisitions Incorporated.
LT, I have... Oh, Buster. I have gratuitous space battles, and I love the concept, and I'm terrible at it. And it makes me sad, because I can't progress very far. I mean, it's the best parts of all, spaceship, 4X games. You don't have to spend time collecting resources and expanding. You just say, here's my massive fleet of spaceships, and you throw it at the other massive fleet of spaceships, and I am just the worst.
Oh. I really want to play that bridge simulator. That
oh yeah, you mentioned that.
Yeah, where everyone has a computer for their own station.
Shoddy engineering.
Yeah, it'd be great. I really want to try that out. I think that'd be funny. Do you remember Spaceward Ho?
Nope.
Space Bird Ho was kind of like it was an old computer game where like you go to planets, you get resources, you build your ships, you research, and you up your fleets, and then eventually you're going to run into other aliens and you have battles with them. And
Sounds good.
I think the real appeal of the game was that there was just these really weird voice files that because this was like old computer gaming, so the voice files were very small, so they were just like yeah, and that was it. Or, all right. But it was very goofy.
Lady's saying that she has played some Bridge Simulator game.
Oh, cool. That is awesome.
How
I'm
is it?
really excited to try it out. I never tried Star Trek Bridge Command. I haven't played a lot of the Star Trek games, really.
I had Armada because it was like the the StarCraft-esque.
Mm-hmm.
And I like that a lot.
I had the next-gen game that was out for the Mac back in the day. It was called the Transinium Challenge. Because I had a Mac Plus, it was black and white, and it had a whole bunch of FMV on it. But
really,
kind of like it was like pre-FMV. It was like basically GIFs that were
kind of like really early 3D rendering.
Yeah, it's no, because like they were clips from the show, of like Riker walking or Picard turning or whatnot. It's hard to describe, but in black and white it was especially bad. I went looking for it on YouTube a while back and discovered that the game had also been released in color.
Oh.
And I had no idea, so all I could find on YouTube at the time, I don't think I found any video of the black and white one, maybe I did, but all I could, watching the color version of it was just mind-boggling to me. It was so different. I was like, wow, this is way better. But also the game was impossibly weird. I didn't know what to do. It was a bummer. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Never really got the Star Trek game of my dreams. I tried Star Trek Online, the MMO. No. Didn't care for it. I played it for about an hour, and I was like, this is dumb, I don't like this.
STO has a problem. I think we brought it up last week, where the spaceship combat is fantastic, and the ground combat is, chore doesn't even begin to cover it.
Yeah.
Ladies brought up that the Lure crew playing Bridge Simulator would be awesome.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Let's go further and make them also wear terrible costumes.
Yeah.
Like Cameron's got a bunch of white face paint on, and he's
obviously.
Data. That would be amazing.
Yeah, it'd be so much fun.
It was a dog.
Buster Parkington.
Buster Busterington.
The video game of my dreams, though, the one I want more than any other game, is The Last Starfighter, the arcade version of The Last Starfighter. That's
really?
In the movie.
That's in the movie?
Yeah. Someone has made it, kind of. There is a game for it out there that someone has made. The graphics are pretty much the same and whatnot. I don't know if the controls are as they are in the on the arcade cabinet, because the arcade cabinet you got your joystick, but you also have your thruster with your missile buttons on it.
Cam Data is yes.
And I don't know whether this game emulates the control scheme of the arcade cabinet the way I would demand that it do.
So demanding.
I know. Sorry. I know you went to all this trouble to give me this thing that I've always wanted, but you didn't do it good enough.
Lady, I haven't seen many posts of Gems wearing formal gowns, but I did see a big buff Cheeto Puff in a cocktail dress. That was pretty funny. And she was pulling it off. I've lost. Alright, so back to STO.
Yo.
The saddest thing that happened was when I ranked up to captain and was flying my own Enterprise D around and being...
Oh, you got a D?
Oh, I got a Galaxy Class D.
I love the D.
Yeah, no, you do. But then, a couple weeks later, I rank up to Rear Admiral, and they're like, no, you have to use a different class of ships now. And it was really depressing that I had to put away...
Yeah, that sucks. Because, in All Good Things, Riker gets to keep the D. Because
and then
rank hath its privilege.
Yes.
And Riker's just really attached to the D. Riker's all about the D.
Lady,
these are really great.
I'm a big fan of amethysts. I don't know what's going on here, but I like it. That's just
Like
older
Garnet's.
Steven in
Yeah.
a formal dress.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like it's half formal dress and half toga, so it kind of works.
I like
Dig
it.
it.
I like it. No, garnish just looks like something she would wear anyway.
Yeah.
Well, I remember I bought the pre-order for STO, so I got to use the Galaxy or the Star Trek Enterprise, like the one from the show Star
Yeah.
Trek Enterprise, for the
Yeah, the the NX,
The NX
01 or
yeah.
whatever it's called. The one that looks considerably more advanced than the original series
Yeah.
Enterprise.
Would anyone here like me to sit down like Commander Riker?
Yeah,
I don't know if I can do it in this chair.
No, the supercut of Riker sitting down is hilarious. The way he just swings his leg over every chair, it's fantastic.
Has anyone seen a series of comedic next-gen edits that are just called TNG?
I think so. If they're the ones that I'm thinking of, then yes.
And like Data's got a weird habit of drawing like muscular horses.
Yes. They've done a bunch of them, like the one where like
Beard on beard.
or you see like there's Picard, he's painting away.
Oh, yeah.
And like you finally get to see what Picard's painting, and it's awful. Like, it's just
And he's
terrible.
like doing the crying. Like,
Yeah, yeah, and nobody knows what to say.
It's great.
There are also similar edits of Alf.
Oh yeah, the ones that make it all creepy.
Yeah, exactly. They basically they edit episodes down into like these little short vignettes where Alf is basically mute, doesn't say anything, and basically Willie Tanner is his abuser.
It's
essentially,
really,
like
it's really creepy. And I don't
yeah,
like it.
yeah. It's unsettling and weird, but somehow like works perfectly too. Like it doesn't feel like they had to do a lot to get there.
Oh no! Now I know there's a Homestuck fan in the chat. This is really bad.
Someone posted a YouTube video of the Steven Universe as a horror movie, and that actually works
cool.
shockingly well.
Yeah, I want to check that out because I mean I love those kind of trailers. You know, like Scary Mary, the horror Mary Poppins.
I will do my very best not to continually gush about Homestuck.
Please do.
Yeah, please. Yeah, I remember watching this series, and it wasn't on YouTube. It was on
Yeah, it was.
Leak or
Yeah,
something.
it was on a different. It was on a different site.
Before Reddit. I frequented a site called PoTV, which was basically what Reddit r/videos is now. Just
I don't
constantly.
really know a lot about Reddit. I go there as little as I possibly can.
That's fair and reasonable. Yeah, I know. Oh, jeez, Homestuck. I'm actually way behind. I'm only on like strip 8,000, and I'm taking a break.
Only on strip 8,000.
It's about to hit 10,000.
Oh god.
Okay. I mean, it's your life, man. I mean, you can spend your precious time however you want. And yeah, I still love you.
We
Thank
still
you.
care about you.
You just sometimes sometimes you just wonder where you went wrong. You know, like
Yeah, I didn't like any of these things before I met you. I mean, they didn't exist.
yeah, exactly. Homestuck's been around for quite some time now.
Quite some time. I just started reading it this summer for the first time ever. And, you know,
How
It's
do I
like-
make it go back to what it was before? Shit.
Control Z.
No, not on the drawing
Oh.
on this.
Oh,
I'm gonna close Mag Studio for a second and reopen it.
okay.
yeah, reference fights often leave a large portion of the audience
Yeah.
out.
Especially like cross series fights where you're both using different references. Then the people watching
Damn.
have to know both. Otherwise, it's pointless.
Can you sample?
I don't know what it was before. I just went and fucked around with it,
Oh,
hoping that it would
no.
go back to what it was, and it did not. Back.
Thank you, Val. Jeff and I have yet to experience true friendship, I see.
What are you talking about? I accept you.
Good.
I just
I
don't.
was disappointed.
I just don't support you.
Okay. That is good.
I don't know.
What is happening right now?
I don't know. Everything's ruined. Your computer's lost its mind.
Kitty.
Oh, fine. I was
Okay.
going to sneeze, but then it didn't happen.
I'm petting a dog.
You are. That's probably why I
Holy
was going to
shit.
sneeze.
Oh yeah, his dander and
Yeah, you're just
hair is just
you're
like...
sending this cloud of allergens up into my face. Thank you. And thank you, Buster.
for having short, wiry
just
hair.
for being you. What else do we...
No, I have a cat, so it's like my go-to expression when I go to pet something. Buster is in fact a dog.
He is, in fact, a dog.
Don't you forget it. All right, chat, help us out. Ask us questions.
Yeah.
We
Involve yourselves with us.
very intimate level.
Not that intimate.
Yes, Gustav, the articulate pun. I mentioned that as well. It's a great pun.
Which one's that?
Oh, when Steven just says she's so articulated as she's spinning around.
Oh!
I was like, haha.
Yeah, that's a good one. I love puns.
I like stuff.
Yeah, that's always nice that I didn't pet Buster and then rub my face, as happens often.
Poor Geoff.
I don't know what's wrong with me, man. Like, I'll just like, oh, animal, and then I'll be about my day and just like, oh no.
Lady, I'm sorry, I don't know what an HTV vibe is. Sounds like a party? Is it a party? Is it a phone?
HTV vibe. What does it? Well, first I'd need to know what HTV stands for. Is that like? Is this supposed to?
Is this horse television?
No, it's
because I watched that.
You know what it is. Like, it's probably a typo because the H and the G are right beside each other. So it was probably supposed to be HGTV. Home and garden television.
Right.
So I guess they have a thing.
Are they trying to compete with the Oculus?
Oh, HTC.
Okay. C and V are also close.
Okay, no, I don't know anything about that. Although Brad and I were talking about the Oculus Rift and virtual reality before the stream started.
Oh.
Because we talk about things. Me and Brad.
You're best friends.
We are. Like I got here and just pretty much totally ignored Ash.
It's true, he did.
I just like... Psh.
She opened the door, you just pushed it all the way further, making her fall down the hall.
I got in, like, where's Brad? And there he was.
And there he was.
Sitting there, he's all pretty.
We
talked about it talked about school and stuff and homework.
And boys.
Yeah, and boys,
Who wants to see me beat Battletoads?
Yeah, I do. How are you doing on that? How's Battletoads progressing?
I need to switch over to an actual NES.
Yeah. Yeah, is the emulation getting in the way?
The 11th level is almost impossible with an emulator.
Oh.
Just because...
Is it the controller, or...?
It's a input lag. It's a level where, like, a fraction of a second's error, you're dead.
Okay.
And this happens a couple thousand times. So, if anyone's familiar with Battletoads, level 11 out of 12 levels is called the Klinger Ringer, and it is a symphony of failure. You're on this little, like, one-wheel unicycle thing that's riding along a wall, and every time it changes directions, you need to also press that direction or you stop. And you are being chased by a giant vortex of death that if it touches you, yes, it's that racer level. A single error just kills you, and you go back to the beginning of the level. There are no checkpoints, no free lives, nothing. You have to do a completely perfect run.
It sounds great.
And then you fight the big vortex. It comes to life and attacks you.
Battletoads. I remember when Battletoads came out.
Yeah.
I remember getting the issue of Nintendo Power that was trumpeting the release of Battletoads. Like, they tried to make it a big deal when it came out, Like, this was going to be,
It's probably the best Ninja Turtles, knockoff.
It was definitely, very clearly a Ninja Turtles knockoff. I didn't care for it. It also very much felt like it was meant to have an animated accompaniment that didn't...
almost did, actually.
Yeah, it just didn't come together.
To answer Vigil's question, yes, it is literally impossible to beat level 11 in 2-player mode.
What have I done?
I don't know what have you done.
You beat
I
Battletoads
fucked
as a kid?
Everything up.
And Lysander, that is level 2, and yeah, it's not as difficult as it once was for me.
Yeah, you've been really going at it.
Yeah, I can
The
pretty
Battletoads.
reliably get to level 11.
Wow, that's really impressive.
There's a lot of opportunities for free lives if you know what you're doing.
As a video game player, I was never the kind that finished games. Like, I was never a video game finisher, mostly because I just, I rarely got games of my own, so I was playing games at other people's houses. But yeah, like, as a kid, like, I would see games get beaten when I would go to my friends' houses, but I never beat them myself. Sometimes I'd be part of a tag team beating a game. Like, my buddy Blake and I once stayed up all night and beat Ninja Gaiden 2.
Ooh, that one's hard.
Yeah, which was great. I brought over my Nintendo Power Players Guide.
Ooh, nice.
Which was awesome and had like this big fold-out thing at the beginning about like ninja weapons and how to fold your own ninja mask and everything, which was rad.
Like out of a soccer t-shirt or something?
Out of a 1 meter square piece of cloth. You get the square, you fold one corner down towards the other, so you got a triangle. Then, like, you grip two ends, you put your head through so that, like, your eyes come out one slant, and then you tie that behind your head, and you kind of move the cloth around a bit, and boom. Still know how to do it, because it's awesome.
Speaking of Biker Mice from Mars, which Lysander has mentioned again,
Yay!
it had a SNES game, which was just a racing game, and unfortunately it wasn't that great.
Oh, that's a shame.
Didn't they reboot the series, though?
I don't...
I'm pretty sure
Really?
they did.
A
I'm
rebooted
I'm
Biker
pretty
Mice
sure
from
there's
Mars.
a new
I have-
Biker Mice from Mars.
I have not
Hang on.
heard anything about it, but it wouldn't. I wouldn't put it past anyone to. Everyone's always trying to reboot
Everything.
everything. So
Yeah, the process of renting games for weekend and beating them...
Oh, shit.
Oh.
it's being rebooted as we speak.
That ended when I...
No.
And there was one in 2006 apparently.
Yeah.
Video game.
Yeah,
TV
2006 TV
There's no
series.
picture, though.
2007 game I knew because I worked at a video game store and it came out, and I'm just like, how are they making a Biker Mice from Mars game? Isn't that 10 years old? But as I just stumbled across, it looks like we might be seeing a Biker Mice from Mars movie.
Can you
in
look at Reboot
2016.
and see if they're actually rebooting Reboot?
They're
I'd
always
heard-
talking about how they're gonna do a new reboot.
Oh man, I miss Reboot.
Reboot was pretty
Literally the
good.
only thing that comes up.
Oh well, that's sad.
Oh,
Steven Universe reboot in 20 years. I don't know if you can improve on Steven
yeah,
Universe.
yeah,
That
exactly.
doesn't stop reboots.
I know.
Yeah, no.
Look
Remember,
at Ninja Turtles.
or
I think that Steven Universe is a
Powerpuff
little
Girls.
bit too personal to the creator, though.
the Powerpuff
Yeah.
Girls
Yeah.
reboot is like it's like.
Wait, there's a reboot? I know there's the Japanese series, Powerpuff Girls Z, but I wasn't aware
No,
of
they're
this.
rebooting the. I
yeah,
heard that too.
yeah. There's
Really?
there's Powerpuff Girls reboot. The character designs are just no.
I like those weird, like, lanky ones that seem to be totally dominating the girl cartoon market right now.
I'd have to look it up. Like I kind of blocked it out of my memory. I just remember looking at them and thinking that's no good. You've got it all wrong.
There's this gross monoculture in, like, cartoons right now when it comes to, like, character design on shows that are designed for girls. They all have this exact same, like, weird, super, super skinny, giant foot thing going on.
Yeah, thanks, My Little Pony.
It was also, sorry, I'm going to show my nerdy... They were actually emulating Monster High,
Aha!
which my friend's niece is obsessed with, so...
Yeah, I have a friend who is way into Monster High. She collects all, like, she's got a huge collection of Monster High dolls. Every time we hang out, we go to, like, if we go to Walmart, like, straight to Monster High
Really?
dolls. Yeah,
Is
yeah.
this someone I know?
No.
Okay.
I drew a Monster High / Disney crossover commission for someone once of Ariel hanging out with the water chick.
The mermaid one? Or the...
Yeah, Greshix is
Lagoon
right. That
Monster
style,
one?
I think, started with Bratz. And has become, unfortunately, like,
Yeah.
a staple for the toys marketed to young girls.
Yeah.
And it's really gross, and I hate it, and it's gross.
Yeah, I'm not a fan.
Like, kids should just have cool toys.
Yeah. Well, there's a great comic that someone put out recently where, like, they're being, like, she's being asked by a Lego representative.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
You know, it's like, oh, so you like Lego? You grew up with it. So, because we're making, you know, we're making Lego for girls and stuff. And, like, when he shows it to her, she's just like, what the fuck is this? You know, let me show you how you make, you know, your Lego sets for girls. And she just goes to the bin, grabs, like, the ponytail hairpiece, and just goes up to any regular set of sets.
Like space Lego.
Pops the hair off, pops the girl hair on. He's like, there, done. He's like, oh, shit. All right, pack it in, everybody.
Yeah, it's not a hard concept.
All this money we've spent on research and development, unnecessary.
A friend of mine used to work at a toy store, and constantly it would be the, you know, where are the girls' toys? These are all boy things. And she's just like, okay, does your little girl like these toys? Then it's a girl toy.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, totally.
Man, I miss Reboot.
well,
It is really good.
yeah, I don't like the purple shadows anymore, though, now that everything else is blue. Fix that right now.
Do it!
God, with 15 minutes to spare.
Oh, look at that.
What is
Oh,
happening?
that was easy.
Beautiful. Hooray!
Layers are super useful, apparently.
Yeah. You have no idea.
Yeah.
No idea.
And I know people that, like, are down on layers. They're just like, no, don't use layers. And I'm just like,
Why would you not?
exactly.
Why
I'm just
ever?
like, why you're literally just making things more difficult for yourself.
I make the covers of technical manuals in Photoshop.
Yeah, don't
You
deny
might use layers.
yourself convenience.
Yeah, like the nice background goes on one layer, and the text goes on one layer, and the picture of our big logging machine goes on another layer.
Yeah.
It's not that hard.
Oh,
Local color. You guys probably can't hear it, but if you could, there are people outside swearing on the street.
it's pretty fantastic.
That's a good flowchart.
I think it was you took that comics art class where there's like you can only have two layers, one for lines,
Yeah,
one for
that's
color,
exactly-
and everything else. And I'm
that's-
like, what?
That's exactly who I'm talking about, and I love him dearly, but I cannot disagree with him more on his stance on layers. Layers are your friend. They're not something to be avoided, you know. And like if you really want it down to like 2 or 1 layers, you can merge layers.
Flatten.
That's not a hard thing to do. And like you can merge some and not merge others. That's easy. Control E will just merge the layer you're on to the layer underneath it. Boom, done.
Tacitus?
Probably a soft C.
Yeah, I think it's
Vigil.
Tacitus. Vigil.
Yeah, it's on Vigil.
We are safe right now. We're on the 7th floor.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, I live downtown.
Now they'll know.
Now you'll know. It's just a bunch of drunk people. When you live downtown, people will hit that sweet spot where you can't hear them, and then all of a sudden it's like they're right outside your window because of the way it echoes through the building
Yeah.
that you're beside. So we'll hear nothing, and then all of a sudden we'll hear "fuck, shit, cock, blah, 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 blah," and
Yeah.
then nothing again.
Yeah, I get it sometimes. I heard a really disturbing one the other day, or like sometime last week. It was this lady was just screaming at some guy. I have no idea what about, but then like partway through her tirade at this guy, she just said she basically threatened to call the cops and tell them that he had abused her. And I was just like, whoa. She's like, they'll believe me too. And I'm like, oh God, don't be that person. Don't.
I effing hate that. Okay, so I'm gonna try and not get super angry on this. Like, I don't want to be that person, but I know more women who have lied about abuse than I know women who have been abused, and that kills me. And like, in a weird way, I should feel really fortunate to be in this weird pocket of the planet where that happens, because I know that's not the case almost everywhere else.
Yeah, exactly.
But it makes me so angry when they do that, because I'm like, you're the reason that other people get to say, well, some women lie about it. Like, that's you!
Exactly. That's you. That's what you've done.
It's you. It's what you sound like.
It's you. It's so upsetting when...
Drunk college people are mostly harmless until they aren't.
Yeah.
Mostly. They mostly come out
It's
at
the
night.
it's the same with so many things.
Yeah.
Harmless until not.
I'm gonna take your bone. It's my bone. It's my bone now. That's my bone. Grr. Almost a little higher. Come on into the camera. Yes. Oh, look at the little paw. Okay, you get your bone back.
Alright, I'm calling this done, I think. Happy Lapis! Yay! We drew
That's
it
pretty
down.
good.
We have
Alright.
10 minutes left.
That's good timing.
Yeah!
Yeah.
Username Anniversary has linked a picture of himself or herself. I can't tell anymore.
Oh, yes. Cross-dressing. Love it.
USA, why buy a mattress anywhere else?
That's quite the lens flare.
Yeah.
That's it.
This photo brought to you by J.J. Abrams. Possibly next week we'll do Sad Lapis.
Yeah.
Possibly.
Maybe.
Or in the last few minutes, we'll just decide to obsess over a different character or a different show.
Yeah.
Maybe by
Is there a
next...
new Steven Universe next week?
I don't know.
I thought
There
the
should
next
be.
one was in October.
I am not a fan of these weird release schedules.
Yeah, it's doing harm.
I'm especially concerned for Gravity Falls because I feel like Disney's management of that series and scheduling of the releases of the episodes is going to be the downfall of that series. Like, I've complained about it here before, but like it took them 31 weeks to put out 11 goddamn episodes of season 2. And that's too long.
And then they waited how long? 3 months?
Yeah, and then it went on like hiatus for like 3.5 months before it came back for one episode, and then another 2-week gap before you get the next episode. And no, you can't release stuff like that. You have to have a consistent release schedule, otherwise people lose interest and move on. Not all of us are, hardcore, fans that will download it the second it comes out. I mean, we're the ones that'll talk about it endlessly online, but that's not what keeps a series afloat. You have to have regular viewers. Or you have to give up on the whole Nielsen rating system and start finding a way to track actual viewership, differently. Which I really think they need to work out because Nielsen ratings are so incredibly...
Archaic?
Yeah, they just don't work anymore, because they don't take into account PVRs, they don't take into account downloads. So your ratings are based on families that still use TV the way that it was used 20 years ago.
Oh, good. Steven Universe confirmed. That's fantastic.
Yay!
The 24th, as in 4 days from now? Yay!
Alright, so we've had 3 Mom episodes, if you count the Vidalia one.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think is going to be next? Another
like
Mom episode?
the last
Yeah,
2
they're
episodes
super
were
mom-centered,
very mom-centric.
We haven't seen Lars's mom yet.
That's true.
Dun,
We
dun,
don't really know
dun.
anything about Lars.
Or, God, have they revealed anything about Mayor Dewey?
Mayor Dewey.
His wife?
I don't know.
I think he might be single.
Signal.
Based on his crush on Pearl.
Yeah, I think he is no longer married.
But that doesn't mean that the mom is still not in town.
Yeah,
No,
exactly.
I don't think the show would go there.
You never know.
You never know. Though I have to admit that the first time that they showed the female Sadie's mom, the mail carrier, first time they showed her, I'm just like, that is Sadie's mom. There's no way that's not Sadie's mom. 100%.
Yeah.
And that was ages ago.
Yeah, I agree with Lady. I could use a little bit of plot driving.
Mm-hmm.
I thought the Stephen Baum had a lot going on, but actually didn't move the plot at all, really.
No. And I'm really itching for it. I need one of the two. I want either the Lapis and Jasper, plot to move forward, or I want them to make progress with Peridot.
I think...
in a non-Inspector Gadgety way, you know?
That's what I was thinking. It was just exactly like
Yeah.
next time.
Exactly. Yeah.
Next time.
I think our next plot advancement is probably going to be on the Lapiz front, because we got a tease of that in the episode where
the signal.
Yeah, where
or the dream one.
Yeah, the dream one where the sleepover
Right,
one.
and I was so sure that the next episode, I'm like, it has to be. They have to find our next episode. Like,
so they've only done one episode of that, but we've had a couple with Peridot, or about Peridot.
I'm actually wondering if this whole I'm thinking that the whole mom trend is going to lead to Steven finally being like, hey, tell me about my mom, and that's going to lead into the episode that has the extended opening song, because he's going to remember what it was like when he was a kid and growing up, and they're going to go into that storyline. Which would be nice as well, but it's also not closure on either of those fronts. Plus, there's Yellow Diamond that has to come into play somewhere there, right?
Yeah. I would be surprised if we didn't get more plot soon, because we've gotten a lot of filler episodes recently that, I don't want to call them filler so much because they do advance the characterizations, but, in terms of the actual
and they're
plot.
great. They're great one-shot episodes, and
yeah,
I've said it
it's
so
good
many
to have
times.
that stuff, and I love it. But I'm ready for more plot now.
Yeah,
I'm
me
ready
too.
to see what's happening next. And if I were a betting person, I would put money on Lapiz Jasper being our next kind of.
I'm hoping
thing.
so, because in the last 5 episodes that released, 2 of them were sort of fillery. I'm gonna say, I hate using that word for it, but the Onion's mom one and the play were kind of fillery, whereas the rest of them, dealing with Pearl and Garnet and that fusion, Sardonyx, were so great. So I'm hoping that after this...
Most real people do have a lot of issues.
Totally.
We have 4 minutes left, so I'm going to do my regular spiel of hey guys, this picture that we just drew, or that I just drew, well, they helped.
I couldn't never value our input into your drawing.
Couldn't have done it without my faithful sidekicks.
We sat here for so long and did nothing.
You talked about Star Wars. I couldn't have got this out of me without that. The final product of this, which you see before you, is going to be available to the $10 patrons as a high-res download. And I'll probably take the lines or the non-backgroundy and put it up for the $3 as well. So if you want to give to our Patreon, it's patreon.com/MegaCynics, which you can find in the information below the stream. And if you want to follow me or Geoff on Twitter, our Twitter handles are below it. And Anthony has no online presence, so you can't find him.
If you want more of me, you're going to have to tune in.
Yes. I also draw a webcomic. It's called MegaCynics. It's also linked below the site, megacynics.com. You should go read it. It's funny sometimes.
I should read that sometimes.
Yeah.
Is that all right?
It's pretty good.
Pretty good.
Not gonna lie.
You have to know a lot about hockey to get some of the jokes.
Only 5. Out of I have 650 comics up now. It's ridiculous.
Can I be in it sometime? Can you put me in it sometime?
You're in it so much, Geoff.
I'm in it so much.
You're in it more than hockey jokes are in it. That's impressive.
You should definitely check out all the issues that I'm in because they're great.
Yes.
Geoff is a good source of comedy.
Chat, do you have any last-minute questions for me or either of my 2 lovely guests?
More striking and lovely.
Striking. Gorgeous. You're gorgeous. Golden fur.
This is only valid in the state of Nevada. It's a very specific license.
Oh, my shoulder's giving in, man.
The tags on MegaCynics are kind of weird. What tags are there? The Muffin Man, who lives on Drury Lane?
Yes, I know the Muffin Man.
I know the
Some
Muffin
magazines
Man.
are kind of weird. I don't understand what you mean. When I...
Thanks, Sephiroth.
on the actual site, they're weird, or...
The questions can never be too personal or probing. I will answer them all.
Except when they are.
I mean, I might lie, but...
It's probably already been asked a million times and might be on this page.
Actually, Steve picked it. I could not think of a name for it, and he was just like, what do you think of, these 18 names? And I'm like, And he was like, I like MegaCynics. I'm going to buy everything for it. And I'm like, okay, Steve, whatever you like. But I think it kind of works because we're pretty cynical in a lot of them. So
Oh,
Yeah.
Lapiz bringing up that the tag system on the webcomics don't seem to function properly.
I will bring that up with our webmaster. I also need to bring up the fact that apparently our streaming link does not work. So I'm glad you all made it here tonight.
Yeah, thanks for coming.
Because you actually had to look. Or, click the link on Twitter, which is difficult.
Yeah.
Interesting. I did draw a tribute for Wes Craven. I'm so sad. You guys, if you search 3 or 4 streams back, you'll see I found out about Wes Craven dying on stream.
It was sad.
It was the worst.
You should send me the file for the Wes Craven thing I was doing.
Oh, yes.
Because I'd like
Yes,
to
yes, yes.
finish that.
Yeah, I should send you all of yours.
It is time.
It is time to log off. Bye, guys. We love you. We'll do
Oh,
our
are
regular...
we doing the countdown?
Yeah, we're doing the countdown.
Okay, good.
We gotta do the countdown, even though everyone's going to do the same number these days. Ready?
Yes.
All right.
10,
9,
8,
7, 6, 5, 4, 3,